Welcome to AfricaCom TV. We're here at AfricaCom, the 21st anniversary, the place to shape Africa's digital future. And we're very pleased to have with us today Mr. Mike van den Bergh, Chief Marketing and Strategy Officer at PCCW Global. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. It's a great event so far.
Fantastic. Are you enjoying yourself? Has there been a highlight thus far?
Yeah, I think every time that we come, there's always something different. There's always different people to meet. There's always, you kind of in a sense tune into the events that are happening in the industry. It's a good place to come, and so that's why it's always very important for us to be here. But oddly enough, it's also a place to reconnect with old friends. Or, as people, sometimes we always joke and we say, this is often the only time that we see one another. But it's an important time because then we kind of, in a sense, catch up. We suddenly realize, hang on a minute, there's something else we're doing that we really should be talking to one another about, and that leads to new business opportunities and so on. So it's always been a very important event for us.
Wonderful. And there's been some great conversations, crucial discussions happening here today. You have extensive experience in the market, in Africa in general, really. What do you say has been the key kind of challenges or the key milestones in the sector that's really shaped the whole industry to date?
Well, in Africa, I think, obviously we've seen the growth of the mobile industry as being one of the key elements that shaped it. I think the other one is the deployment of fiber infrastructure. Both, obviously I've lived through all of the various cables that have gone up and down the West Coast. Perhaps more importantly, the growth of that fiber infrastructure into the landlocked countries, the diversity and the services that as a result of that we've been able to deploy as I think really started to shape the industry over the last 20 years or so that I've been involved. And I think it's quite remarkable what you see today at AfricaCom versus what I saw 15 years ago, for example. It's completely transformed the industry, and I think it's that level of ubiquitous connectivity that's really defined it.
Well, looking today then, now in 2018, what kind of new launches are you bringing into the sector? What's new from PCCW Global?
Well, if we go back first and say, at the end of the day, what do we see as some of the key elements that from a trend point of view are important to us, and then why have we, if you like, made the moves we have? For us, the last year or two has been really about observing the way that the network itself has been softwareized, and I hate that term, but everybody understands it. Everything is moving firstly into software, so software-defined networking, virtualization, SD-WAN, etc. We're also seeing everything moving into the cloud and everybody wanting to have services and applications and high-quality connectivity in the cloud. And if you accept that those are where everything is going, then we've been making some really important, I think, moves in that space. Last year we acquired a company called Console Connect, which really allows us, and we've been focusing ever since then, on really deploying it across our network, because what it enables our customers to do is to provision the network connectivity themselves into the cloud and to the applications that are hosted in the cloud, and to connect to those applications hosted in a variety of different locations in order to deliver on their business needs. So we provide connectivity on the one hand to all the standard sort of American cloud providers, the US, the big hyperscale players like AWS, Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, but also the Chinese equivalent, so Alibaba Cloud, Tencent Cloud as well. And you can also see, if you look for one of the other trends, it's the move of the Asian players, and particularly the Chinese players, into Africa, and the need to be able to support both of those. And I think if we bring all of those elements together, that's what's really changing, as an evidence of what we've been providing, what's really changing the shape of who we are today.
And what would you say sets you apart from other players in the market today?
I suppose two things. One is hopefully innovation. So if we have a look at what we've been doing, we've been, apart from what I've described, we've been doing a lot in areas like blockchain, areas like mobile payments, areas like, as I say, linking even those two together, making all of those available in the cloud. So I think innovation in general, moving from a pure commodity play to a solutions-based architecture, I think has been really important. So one of our key elements is digital solutions delivered. It used to be connecting Africa, connecting you to the world. Now it's delivering digital solutions. That's a change in mindset, which I think is really important. I think the other thing is our approach to service delivery. It's an absolute approach, if you like. I mean, we even have it on the business card. It says here to serve, okay? And I think it's trying to make what is a very complex environment simple as well. So if you have a look at a lot of what we're doing, it's all about even the move towards cloud, the implementation of Console Connect. It's all about simplifying our customers' connectivity into what is become a very complex environment. And then the other one is, one thing I suppose is make the complex simple. And the other one is doing the hard to do in the hard to reach places. So I suppose it's taking what is a very complex set of solutions and delivering them into some of the most challenging environments. So if you have a look at Africa, Africa can be really challenging. We've been doing it for a very long time. And it's not just Africa. If you have a look at parts of the Middle East, parts of Asia, etc., etc., most companies shy away from that. We run in there. And so as a result, we get a lot of other companies coming to us saying, can you help us do that? So if you package all of that together, it's delivering complex digital solutions into really hard to reach places and hopefully delivering good service while we do that.
You mentioned connecting the disconnected, going out to the rural areas,
Sure.
championing where others can't.
Absolutely.
How else do you think you're kind of forging a path for Africa's digital future?
Well, I think what we're doing now, and it's really important, in fact, we've been doing it, I suppose, for years and years, but each year it changes just a little bit. So if you take what I've just described, Africa is nowhere in most people's thought processes in terms of providing that access to that digital cloud-based infrastructure. Most people are still figuring out, well, how do I connect from A to B? We're already thinking, how do we make that same infrastructure available, that same cloud-based vision, that same ability to connect west and east into the same ecosystem? We're effectively looking at making that available in Africa as well, making sure that there isn't a single part of the continent, if you like, that can't actually take advantage of those same digital solutions. And for us, that's really important. You know, we've kind of been doing it for so long, I suppose in some respects we take ourselves for granted. But you ask me the question, I kind of think about it, and I think that's something that we've really made a difference in, and hopefully we'll still keep on making a difference.
Wonderful. And looking to the future now, kind of what do you hope to accomplish here at AfricaCom that will put you in good stead for the next, year to two?
I think at AfricaCom, first of all, it's making reconnecting with all of our partners, all of our friends that really we've been doing this with, because, with the best will in the world, we're not always able to reach everybody, talk to them, update them, make them aware. I mean, I've been spending the whole day today talking to people, and they're saying, oh, this is something that's we're really struggling with. And I'd say, but actually, for example, a little while ago we've just launched this new network, and we're trying to figure out how to deliver mobile payments. And I said, well, strange enough, we have a mobile payment solution that is white labelable, that is targeted specifically at Africa, the environment that we're actually delivering here. And it's also got the capabilities, if you like, to be able to deliver into specific industry verticals like education, like delivering government services and so on, all issues that are challenges for Africa. He said, I didn't even know you guys did that. I said, well, let me take you to the right person. Let me make sure that you walk away with a clear understanding of how we can help you. And so if I look at AfricaCom, why do we come here every year? And I think every year it gets a bit bigger and a bit better and a little bit more challenging to get around. It's making those connections and reconnecting with people and letting them know what we've been doing that maybe we haven't had time to do during the year.
Wonderful. Well, I hope you make more connections this week. And we'll speak to you again next time on AfricaCom TV.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.